Nefabini Kamara, Student Council Officer, years at CAA 8, career goal athlete, or a mission aid. Favorite quote, greatness is defined by how much you want to put into what you do. Apollo Nathaniel Taylor, graduating with honors, Student Council Officer, 6 years at CAA, career goal programming. Favorite quote, a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Alfreda Benjamin Francisca Amposa, class secretary, graduating with honors, 7 years at CAA, career goal, real estate agent, part-time, dentist, and her favorite quote, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. Azariah Allison Patterson, 9 years at CAA, career goal, police officer or pilot. Favorite quote, I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work. Abdisa Ishitu Roba, graduating with high honors, first year at CAA, career goal, computer programming, engineering. Favorite quote, if you want to change the world, start with yourself. Ibisa Ishitu Roba, graduating with high honors, first year at CAA, career goal, computer engineering, mathematics, art director, camera operator, television, video, and motion picture. Favorite quote, what you tune into, you turn into. Whatever entertains you, you trains you. Giovanni Antonio Reyes, first year at CAA, career goal, immigration lawyer or firefighter. Favorite quote, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Bonifer O.G. Sorrell, class treasurer, graduating with highest honors, salutatorian, 2 years at CAA, career goal, pilot, and businessman. Favorite quote, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Jaleisha Michelle Chasma, student council president, graduating with high honors, 7 years at CAA. Career goal, lawyer and writer. Favorite quote, I am the one thing in life I can control. I am an original. Favorite scripture, Psalm 46:5. If God is within her, she will not fail. Giselle Hooker Martinez, 1 year at CAA. Career goal, to be an actress or a therapist. Favorite quote, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowline, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. Kamaria Larita Louise Morel, class chaplain, student council officer, graduating with high honors, 7 years at CAA. Career goal, full-time travel ultrasound technician and part-time content creator. Favorite quote, and deep in my heart, the answer, it was me, and I made up my mind to define my own destiny. Jada J-Asia Tate, graduating with honors, 9 years at CAA. Career goal, registered nurse, part-time cosmetologist. Favorite quote, ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do. Thomas Edward Jackson III, class vice president, graduating with highest honors, valedictorian, 9 years at CAA. Career goal, become an engineer. Favorite quote, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Isaiah Lee Lamont Crutcher, Class Sergeant at Arms, 9 years at CAA. Career goal, make it to the NBA or play overseas. Favorite quote, life is just a game in which the cards are facing down. Anthony Daniel Figueroa Calderon, 2 years at CAA. Career goal, commercial pilot or U.S. Army Ranger. Favorite quote, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Leanna Lynn Tompkins, 4 years at CAA. Career goal, animal worker, veterinarian. Favorite quote, the moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it. Angel Rayon Rebecca Paulus, 2 years at CAA. Career goal, licensed therapist, businesswoman, and favorite quote, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. Anna Ajwa Opang, graduating with high honors, 9 years at CAA. Career goal, full-time pediatrician, part-time real estate agent. Favorite quote, don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Jeremiah Isaiah Gray, class president, graduating with high honors, 2 years at CAA. Career goal, athlete. Favorite quote, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Vanelson DeRosier, graduating with honors, 9 years at CAA. Career goal, computer engineer or an entrepreneur. Favorite quote, the greatest victory is the one that has no battle. Favorite verse, Philippians 4, verse 11 through 14. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. The class of 2024.
Please join us in standing for prayer. Bow your heads and close your eyes. Dear Lord, thank you for this graduation day. I thank you for allowing everyone to come see us 8th graders celebrate their completion of middle school. Lord, thank you for all the families that came, and I hope they have a safe return home when we are finished. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. You may be seated.
Today is a special day for me and my classmates as we celebrate our 8th grade graduation. My name is Isaiah Crutcher, and I am grateful to have been chosen for this opportunity of welcoming everyone to this beautiful ceremony. I've been here for 9 years, and I've seen everyone at their highest and lowest, and I am very proud of my classmates for achieving this part of their life. I want to thank God, our teachers, our staff, and the principal for making this possible. So it is with joy that I welcome you to this ceremony. May you all see and appreciate all our progress. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Anna,
And my name's Jada.
and we're here to tell you about our class history.
Wow,
Where do we start?
It all feels like a fairy tale since it's now actually coming to an end.
But let's not dwell on that too much, so we can go on how we were molded into 8th grade.
First, it all started in kindergarten when Anna, Isaiah, Vanelson, Thomas, Azariah, and I had a fresh start easing into kindergarten. I remember being in the multi-purpose room,
Now the lunchroom.
in the back of the classroom playing with magnet shapes and Barbies.
Then later, we had an even bigger class. In 1st grade, with Kamaria and Nafa joining us, I remember having so much fun when it was the end of the year. We also loved listening to Maddie B, Hashtag Sisters, Go Noodle, and eating haystacks while watching movies on the Promethean board. Next year, in 2nd grade, new additions were added. Jaleisha, Frida, Apollo, and sadly, we didn't have Kamaria in our class anymore because she had left. Womp womp. But we still enjoyed the Secret Garden year.
That was our 2nd grade class theme.
2nd grade was a blast as well. I remember sitting on the carpet eating Cheez-Its and drinking this blue drink while Jaleisha was giving us the biggest side eye. LOL, we thought she didn't like us.
Ooh, the bottom line, oh how our fingers were throbbing while writing this long paragraph. 3rd grade was something else, almost like a movie. I remember when we didn't have recess for almost the entire year, but we still had fun, and there were no new additions added to the class.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, 4th grade was like a movie. We didn't know what was coming at us, with Kamaria finally making her return and having to wear a mask because school was shutting down, all because of this one disease.
COVID. Then we had 5th grade, virtual school. It was the worst. It almost felt like we were trapped in a box. From wanting to see our friends and not being able to go and see our family with everything happening with the pandemic. And also there was a new beautiful soul added to our class. Her name is Leona. She was so sweet, but nervous despite the fact that we were on virtual learning.
Now, in 6th grade, it was a literal roller coaster. From us coming back from the pandemic,
Still having to wear masks.
from trying to process all the emotions we felt after not seeing our friends for what felt like a decade, and of course, we can't forget about the fight I had with the anonymous former student.
Now looking back at it, I personally think it was dumb.
We're out of breath.
But when we tell you 8th and 7th grade was like a chapter book that kept you at the edge of your seat,
Man, it was incredible. From seeing new faces such as Jeremiah, Bonifer, Angel, and Anthony, we were excited to see what they were like and getting to know them. We would say 7th grade was one of the best years, from having a feast
after reading a book and filling the room with laughter, going to DC,
while Miss Kulameka called us the Fly Girls. It was one of the best years because of Miss Kulameka, greeting us with a smile on our most stormy days.
which would lighten our days like the sun.
And here comes 8th grade, our last year being with each other.
Womp womp.
Well, not for all of us, at least. With the new high school coming along, man, when I tell you 8th grade was bittersweet, from taking on responsibilities because it was our last year being here and trying to stay on top of things and being overwhelmed by the load of work we had to carry on our shoulders, from meeting new people like Giovanni, Abisa, Abdisa, and Giselle, the exciting look from being eager to see what their personalities were like. When I tell you this was the biggest class we ever had,
Man, it was huge.
let's not blab on that too much. We sure don't want to be here all day.
8th grade was still a vibe with us having class parties and going on our excited trip to Florida.
I remember when me and Jaleisha taught Mr. Maycock how to do a TikTok dance,
Epic fail, by the way.
showing all the girls his dance moves and the sweet sounds of laughter after watching it.
From reading a book about an empowering woman activist who was treated unfair while all the girls had to sit on the ground and see the shock on the boys' faces,
While thinking it was all unfair.
later to find out it was all a prank at the end.
We will also cherish the moving life lessons
and stories Mr. Maycock would tell us every Friday.
and screaming on all the rides at Florida. Going to the beach and getting splashed with sea salt water and feeling grainy after the fact, the screams of the girls not wanting to get their hair wet at the pool.
And playing volleyball on the beach.
We will never forget this bittersweet memory of being in 8th grade. Oh, where did all the times go? When you blink, it's all gone in a flash.
Greetings, class of 2024, faculty, staff, family, friends, and loved ones. Thank you for joining us for our 8th grade graduation. My name is Jeremiah Gray, and I'm your 8th grade class president. I'm so glad I got to be your class president this year. It has been an amazing experience, and I'm going to miss you all so much. I know we had our ups and downs, but however, I think we all matured from the first day of class on Wednesday, August 16, 2023. We have learned to work together, support each other, and had some serious fun. I'm so grateful to have been a part of it. As we move on to high school, I know some of us might be feeling a little nervous or unsure about what's next. But we should know that we are capable of amazing things. We are future doctors, CEOs, entrepreneurs, lawyers, authors, ministers, engineers, scientists, architects, and professional athletes. Sky is the limit. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Let's make sure to keep in touch with each other, and let's not forget about the memories we created together. Because even though we're moving on, we'll always have the memories of our time in middle school. So as we close this chapter, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being my friends, for being classmates, for being an amazing group of people. I'm going to miss you all so much, but I know that we'll all be just fine. So here's to us, the class of 2024. May our futures be bright. May our paths be guided by kindness and compassion. And may we always remember the good times we had together.
At this time, we're going to move into our parent tributes. And to give you fair warning, this is the longest part of the program. But I think our parents deserve it. Our kids really poured their hearts out in sharing how much you mean to them. So it's going to be probably about 25 minutes, so sit back and relax as we get started. There is one slight change as well. After those tributes, I'm sure we'll be ready for a change of pace. So we are going to have Mrs. Kulamaker present her special music after the parent tributes, and then we'll hear from our valedictorian after that. Let's hear from Bonifer. No, it's who's first? Bonifer and Jaleisha. Yes, just like it says in the program.
Isaiah Crutcher. I want to thank you, Mom, for being understanding even when I did some questionable things. You would always be there and take time to understand and work with me, and I want to thank you for pushing me to be my best. I want to thank you, Dad, for being with me and pushing me hard, even though at times I wanted to give up, and you stayed with me and kept pushing me. I also want to thank you for talking to me to teach me things about life so I could be prepared and successful for the future. I want to thank both of y'all for being with me and loving me through the whole process, even though at times it was hard.
Alfreda Benjamin Aponsa, to my loving grandparents, thank you for making me who I am today. Thank you for taking care of me when I was young, all the way until now. You guys are like my best friends. I'm very thankful that you guys took me in and raised me like I was your own daughter. Both of you are the best thing that ever happened to me. No words can describe how thankful I am and how much you both mean to me. Love you.
Abdisa Roba. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for helping me through my 8th grade year. It was one of the hardest and best years I had, and it was the year I made the most memories. Thank you, Papa, helping me with my homework and with my study. And my mama who loved and cared for me. My 8th grade year is the year I would always remember because it had such an impact on my life. And I want to thank my mom and Pa for helping.
Jeremiah Gray. I want to take a moment to reflect on my mom who has been shaping me into the person I am today. Mom, you have always been more than just a parent to me. From the moment I was born, you have been by my side, cheering me on through every moment and supporting me through every setback. Growing up, you were always there to encourage me to try my best, even when I was unsure. As I look back, I am reminded of all the ways you have influenced me. Your kindness has inspired me to be a better person. Your patience has taught me to push through challenges and showing me that even in the darkest times, there is always hope. But beyond all the lessons you have taught me, I want to show my gratitude to your mom for being my role model. I love the way you value kindness, empathy, and hard work. I strive to do the same. Your love has inspired me to be a better person. As I move forward to high school and beyond, I know you will continue to be there for me. And as I graduate today, I want to say thank you, Mom, for being such an amazing role model and for giving me the gift of your love and support.
Nefa Beni Kamara. Hi, my name is Nefa Beni Kamara. This school year has been rough, but if it wasn't for you, Mom, pushing me to go to school every day, I would have been doing good in school. You are a big factor for me. Even if I'm sick or tired, you still make me go to school. But I thank you for it. Without you, I'd be nothing. And to you, Dad, by calling me, checking up on me, telling me to do good in school, and giving me life lessons. And for that, I'm forever thankful for you. And last but not least, my brother, when you gave me tips to persevere in school, telling me to never give up and helping me with work, and for that, I'm forever thankful for you.
Thomas Jackson. Thank you to my mom for loving me, caring for me, and for always being there for me. Thank you for giving me a place to live and for taking care of my everyday needs. Thank you for always letting me have fun and for taking me to do lots of places that have been lots of fun. Thank you for teaching me what I need to know and always supporting me. Thank you to my dad for taking me wherever I need to go. Thank you for taking me to fun places like Kings Island. Thank you for giving me lots of fast food and candy. Thank you for taking care of me and sending different things to help me get better when I'm sick. Thank you to my grandma and grandpa for always letting me go to their house during the summer so I can have fun with my cousins. Thank you for always being kind and caring. Thank you for always getting me a gift for Christmas and for giving my mom your timeshare so we can go on vacations. Thank you to my Nana and Papa for being there whenever my mom left on a trip. Thank you for making delicious banana bread pudding and for letting me borrow your tools. Thank you for taking me to different places and for always telling me things to boost my faith in God. And thank you to my sister for helping me with work and being funny.
Jaleisha Chasma. Mommy, thank you for your patience with me. I know I can have an attitude it isn't to put up with, but from the bottom of my heart, moi apresyo parce que te sipotem et pour te là pour moi chaque fois m'te besoin. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you for providing me with everything I need, even when I might take it for granted. Merci parce que vous mettez manger sous table, rat sous dos moi ak yon dokay sous tête moi. I love you both. Joyce, to say you're my sister is a blessing itself, but you're more like a best friend. Thank you for everything, for the late night talks, for the words of encouragement, for reading my book to me when I don't feel like it. Without you, I wouldn't have been here today. And for that, I say thank you so much. I love you.
Bonifer Sorrell. Je tiens à remercier mes parents et tous les membres de ma famille pour leur présence et leur soutien pour m'aider à arriver à ce jour. Je tiens à remercier Dieu pour m'avoir placé dans cette belle, merveilleuse famille. Même si je n'ai pas fait partie de cette école depuis des années, les souvenirs que j'ai à créer gardent toujours une place spéciale dans mon cœur. Tout le monde pense que j'étais intelligent, mais pas moi. Mon père m'a montré que si tu veux accélérer dans quelque chose, tu ne te contentes pas dans prière et cela vient à toi. Tu dois faire des efforts. Rester fort et tu seras récompensé. Son rôle dans ma vie est quelque chose que je ne pourrai jamais remplacer. Travail vous fatiguer, vous donner faim et vous rendre seulement. Mais je sais que lorsque ces moments arrivent, je sais que pour faire confiance à ma mère pour qu'elle soit toujours là pour moi, pour me soutenir. Elle prend soin de moi chaque fois que je suis malade. Elle me prépare les merveilleux plats et s'assure que je suis bien habillée et que je prends soin de moi. Ma famille, cela prendrait trop de temps. J'aimerais pouvoir dire une chose à propos de tous les membres de ma famille, mais cela prendra trop de temps, alors je suis mal à le dire. Vous avez toujours un rôle important et m'apprenez tout ce qu'il y a à savoir sur la vie. Tous les conseils que vous m'avez donnés m'ont aidé à atteindre ces objectifs et j'espère continuer à réaliser de plus grandes choses dans la vie. Je ne peux terminer cet hommage sans remercier le Créateur de m'avoir donné la vie, de m'avoir protégé, de rester avec moi et de m'avoir donné le courage de continuer.
Leanna Tompkins. Hello, Auntie. You're the best aunt that I will ever have. You and my sister, the ones who helped me on my homework and with my struggles. I know that I haven't been the best at everything, but I try to be the best that I can. I know it must be hard handling both of us like we're both some silly animals playing at an amusement park. You have been there for me ever since I was a kid, and I wanted to say thank you for being the best aunt I could ever ask for. I know that she isn't here, but I also like to thank my aunt, Nail. You taught me a valuable lesson. You taught me to work hard and for what you want. I really took that to heart, and that's how I got here. Standing here, struggled to get to this point, and I know that it's not all you guys have done for me, but I want to say thank you for everything.
Giovanni Reyes Cano, querido padre y madre, quiero agradecerte por todo lo que hicieron para que yo esté aquí en este escenario, todos los sacrificios y diría todos los milagros que hicieron. Estoy muy agradecido por todo este tiempo que me cuidaron y estoy feliz de que Dios me haya dado unos padres tan buenos. Los amo mucho y los amaré por siempre. Gracias por creer en mí y estar conmigo en cada desafío. Gracias por todo lo que nos enseñaron a mis hermanas y a mí. Gracias por todos esos momentos divertidos que compartimos hasta ahora. Gracias por mis hermanas y todo lo que me han dado. Ustedes han estado ahí para mí en cada situación, como eventos escolares y más. Ustedes han sido mis mayores animadores y los amo tanto que no sé qué más decir. Pero mamá y papá saben que las palabras no pueden expresar qué tan grande es mi amor por ustedes, y siempre será así. Apollo Taylor, my tribute is to you, Mom and Dad. You didn't care if I had A+ or if I was top of the class. You cared if I passed and if I was happy. You made sure I had everything I needed always. That is why I'm thankful to you, Dad. And Mom, you made sure that I was asleep on time and got my homework done each day. Thank you for paying for my 8th grade trip. Thank you, Mom.
Anthony Figueroa. Hola mamá, yo sé que este día es especial. Estoy feliz y espero que tú estés orgullosa de mí. Yo sé que muchas cosas vienen a mi vida en el futuro, pero pase lo que pase, te prometo que siempre estaré aquí en lo que necesitas. Yo estaré aquí si tú necesitas dinero o alguien con quien hablar. Yo estaré aquí contigo porque tú me diste la vida. Tú haces mucho por mí, más que otras madres hacen por sus hijos. Esta noche es especial porque es la primera vez que miras a uno de tus hijos en su graduación. Espero que en el futuro tú estás feliz en las cosas que yo voy a hacer para una mejor vida, futuro para mí. Pero más importante, para mí, hermano, y te quiero mucho. Mamá, gracias por ser la mejor madre del mundo. Tú eres muy especial para mí. Me acuerdo cuando era un niño pequeño y tú me decías que la escuela es muy importante. Antes la escuela me gustaba mucho, pero ahora estoy pensando en el futuro, las cosas que voy a hacer para una mejor vida para ti. Espero que tú estés orgullosa de mí en el futuro, que espérate pronto que te voy a comprar una casa grande para que tú estés feliz y vivas una vida relajada, porque tú ya has hecho más de lo que tú tienes que hacer por mí. Los momentos que hemos pasado, tú y yo, eran difíciles y todavía son, pero gracias a Dios todo siempre mejora y nuestras vidas son mejores. Te agradezco por enseñándome que siempre se ayuda a las personas que necesitan ayuda. Te agradezco por todo. Te quiero mucho, mamá, para siempre. Jada Tate. Mommy, I love you for supporting me for 9 years at CAA. You know, some years were tough for me, and you supported me from the ups and downs. You were there to wipe my tears when I cried. You were there to stick up for me. You were there when I looked a mess and needed something done to my hair. I love you for teaching me how to do my hair. I love you, Mom, for providing everything I need. I love you, Mom, for trying to be different. I love when I make you laugh because then you make me laugh, and I just love to see your smile on your face because you work so hard for me. You make me cry sometimes, and I know you don't mean to, but then you make me feel better. Mommy, you want me to be something and not nothing, so you help me with my attitude and tell me to improve. You want me to be the best thing in life and be the best role model for my younger sisters. You tell me you love me every day and night, before and after school, so I know you really mean it. Mommy, you know and I know you will always be the best mother. Maya, I just love you above and beyond. You make me laugh, you are funny, you keep me on my feet, and I just want to thank you for taking me anywhere and everywhere. I want to go when Mommy is too tired. Thank you for helping me with my class trip. You don't even know how much I appreciate you. You keep me up late and tell me your stories. We watch my favorite YouTuber, we watch TikToks. I keep you smiling and you keep me smiling. We make fun of each other, but it's all jokes. You have a baby and still take care of me like a second mom. You're my twinsy and my best friend for life. I love you, Mommy and Maya.
Giselle Hooker Martínez. Para empezar, me gustaría agradecer a mi mamá. Me significa mucho para mí y estoy muy agradecida de tener una madre como tú. Has pasado muchas cosas en tu vida y has sacrificado todo por mí y por mi hermano. Eres una de las más fuertes mamás que conozco y también la persona más valiente. Siempre nos has puesto a mí y mi hermano en primero que todo. Si lloro me consuelas, si necesito algo siempre eres la primera persona a la que le digo, siempre nos defiendes en cualquier cosa, te mereces el mundo y más. Para mi papá has pasado por muchas cosas en tu vida, vienen de una familia dura y un padre abusivo. Aunque tú y yo realmente no tenemos la mejor relación, Sigue siendo un buen padre y puedo ver que intentas complacer a nuestra familia. Estoy muy agradecido por mis padres y no los cambiaría por nada. Ambos son muy fuertes porque yo nunca habría podido hacer las cosas que ustedes hicieron. Espero que sigan esforzándose juntos y no se rindan unos a otros, sabiendo que el Señor siempre estará ahí para guiarlos en las buenas y en las malas.
But Nelson Desrosiers. Hi, Mother and Father. I'd like to thank you for your dedication to my 8th grade year, past grade years, and many grade years to come. Mom, I thank you for purchasing important stuff for me and disciplining me when I need it. I thank you for cleaning my room when I was too lazy to do it myself. Dad, I thank you for your effort to have a good school year and allow me to go to Florida with my friends. It was really fun and I did not regret anything. By the way, I need a new phone.
Angel Polis. Hi, Mom. I have so much to say about you here, but I know this can't be long, so I'll try to keep it short. First off, Mom, you are beautiful and wonderful, but these are not the only reasons why I love you. Mom, if only you knew how much I thank God for you, how much I pray to have that, how much I pray to Him that you see how much I love you. You have supported me through thick and thin. You've been there for me since day one, literally. I have struggled to make it here. You were there when I was ready to give up and leave everything behind. It was rough, but with your help, I got through it all. I will forever be grateful. Thank you for putting a roof over my head. Thank you for teaching me about life, for showing me the way.
Azariah Patterson. Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for putting food on the table, putting a roof over my head, and supporting me on my endeavors. Thank you, Dad, for teaching me how to play soccer and many other things. I also want to thank the both of you for teaching me what the both of you learned while growing up, like hard work and perseverance. I thank you for helping me with my work when I needed an extra hand. Thank you for the times when you would take time off of things you had to do to be with me. To Mom and Dad, thank you for being my mentor. Your love and support means the world to me, and I am honored to be your child. And I promise to make you proud as I continue my journey. Thank you again for everything. I love you.
Anna Opong. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for shaping me and making me who I am today. Although you might get on my nerves or yell at me, sometimes it's out of love, in my opinion. We've been through some rough patches, but there was always some laughter and good memories, despite everything that goes on. Thank you, Mommy, for giving me good advice and telling me how life was for you so I didn't make the same mistakes. Thank you, Daddy, for trying to teach me how to do math. Although you would yell at me when I still don't get the concept of math, after teaching it to me like 1,000 times. I know it wasn't out of anger, but frustration and love. So I will be successful throughout my academic career. Thank you, Kessia, Bernard, Danny, Vanolia, and Virgin for making me laugh whenever it was needed. Being around you is always so much fun. I don't want to ramble too long, but moral of the story is I appreciate you guys, and thank you for making me feel better when I was down, making me have joy in my lowest moments. I am so grateful to be born into this family. I love you beyond measures, and words can't explain it.
Ibisa Roba. Thank you, Mama and Baba, for being such a helpful parent. You always teach me lessons upon moving forward in life and how learning is much better than wanting to work at a young age. For it was your motivation and energy that I was able to get a 4.0 GPA in this school. You care so much about me than I ever cared about myself before. So thank you for helping me stay on track in school. God bless you, Ibisa.
Kamaria Morel, Mom and Dad, this is a tribute for our family who did nothing but support me throughout my 7th year at CAA. The year have been rough, and I am so blessed to have loving family to be there for me throughout it all. Every year has gotten harder and harder for us, but we have stuck together through the depths and other problems. Mom, you are the one who would stay up with me, trying to teach me and work problems out with me. I greatly appreciate you. Dad, you always stayed on top of me about work and made sure I did it, or remind me to. Brian, you are my brother who helped encourage me to do better and get my grades up. I am so happy to have you, Mom, and Dad, and our other family members. I wouldn't trade any of you for anything. I thank you for loving me and protecting me throughout these 3 past years throughout the 14 years of my life, because even if I didn't have friends anymore, I still have you guys to turn to and lean on, because I know and trust that every single last one of you will be there for me. Another last few words to you, Mom, is I know how hurt you've been and how much you got through, but I'm always here for you as you are for me. I love you so much for always trying to be strong for me and make any sacrifices for me and our family. And to the rest of my family, I love you with all my heart, and thank you for being here and for loving me too.
Testing. I just want to say I love this class. I love you guys so much. I always say y'all were my dream 7th grade class as my homeroom class. After the class that graduated 4 years ago, they're in the house. Wave your hands if you're in that class for 4 years ago. And a lot of you have siblings in that class, but you guys mean so much to me. And I pray that you will go with God no matter where you go. Because what Mr. Maycock said this morning about God being there to lead you, to guide you, to protect you, you don't have to be afraid of anything because God is with you. I may have muted it when you brought it to me so I could get it started again. So if you see that it's muted, just turn up the volume. Choices that we make in life may take us far. Chances that we take tonight may lead us into darkened places, but at the end of godly choices are higher dreams. But in this game of chance, there's only a guilty wave or stream. Sometimes I don't know which road I should take. Sometimes I don't know which move I should make. But it's only if God says yes, I'll make my move. And it's only if God says yes, then I will choose. For it's only if God would just bow his head, then I will do it. That's what I will do. Started down the right road only to end up wrong. My endless journey carried me so far away from my home and family. But I'm learning I was never meant to go alone. Neither was it meant for me to go on my own. Sometimes you won't know which road you should take. Sometimes you won't know which path you should make. But it's only if God says yes, you'll make your move. And it's only if God says yes, then you will choose. For it's only if God would just bow his head, then you will do it. That's what you will do. Ooh, I'll never go all alone. You'll never go on your own. Sometimes I don't know which path I should take. Sometimes I don't know which move I should make. But it's only if God says yes, we'll make our moves. And it's only if God says yes, then we will choose. For it's only if God would just answer me. And it's only if God would just hear our plea. And it's only if God would just bow his head. Oh yes, then I will do it. That's what I will do. Ooh, you will do. That's what I will do.
Hello, my name is Thomas, and I am the valedictorian of the 2024 graduating 8th grade class. Today is a very special day for us. Today is the day we graduate. And as I look back on this year, I realize just how much fun I have had. Whether on the class trip or on the social studies trip, every day was great. And overall, this has been my favorite year at CAA. Even on a regular class day, I always had fun. It's crazy to think that 8 years ago, I was giving my kindergarten valedictorian speech, and that 9 years ago, I was starting my first year of school. and now I am graduating 8th grade, which was the class I looked up to when I was little. And in 4 years, I will be driving, graduating high school, and going off to college. It's weird how fast time goes. Some of my favorite memories from CAA was eating a heart-shaped cracker in kindergarten, building an ark in 3rd grade, going on the social studies trip in 6th grade, and most recently, going on the 8th grade class trip. But with all this fun, I still had to work hard to get in the spot that I am today. This year, I had a 4.0 in every quarter. But many times, it almost went away. In the 2nd quarter, I had a B in Spanish until last week. In the 3rd quarter, I had a 94 in Spanish, which is 1 point away from a 3.95 GPA. And in the 4th quarter, I had an F in Bible, even after the grading period was over. Even with all these close calls, I was still able to get a 4.0 with hard work and determination. I was also helped by other people like my mom and my sister. And I hope that everyone graduating this year will be successful in life. I also hope that this class will grow in their relationship with God and ultimately make it to heaven. I also want to tell you to never give up and to follow your dreams. Thank you for listening to my speech. Good night.
I would like to introduce this woman who is the most positive person I know and has the sweetest heart ever. She always gives you a smile every morning when you walk through the door, and if you don't have a smile on your face, she always makes you smile before you enter. She is our administrative assistant / registrar and has 4 amazing children that I've gotten to know. This is her 2nd year at CAA and worked 4 years at Eastwood Junior Academy, which is where I got to meet her for the first time 10 years ago. I am very honored to be the one to introduce her. Please welcome Rebecca Cuellar, or as we all know her, Miss Becky.
Alrighty, I have to turn to you guys because this is who it's for. But thank you so much, Giselle, for those amazing, kind words. I absolutely love you guys. So, alrighty. So good evening. It is a little bit late, so I am going to try and hurry because I know you guys want to get out of here. But many of you do know me, but if you don't, I work in the office, like Giselle said, and I get to see these amazing, incredible young people every single day. This is only my 2nd year here at CAA, but in those 2 years, I feel like I have gotten to know each one of these 8th graders. Not only have I gotten to know each one of you, but I see something amazing and beautiful in every single one of you. Every morning, I do get to start my day off right, and I get to greet you at the door, and it's, to be honest, the highlight of my entire day. Especially if I get a smile before I have to force the smile. For some of you, I won't get to see your bright, shining faces on a daily basis anymore, and that makes me very sad. But I am really going to miss each one of you. For those of you who are continuing to stay for your 9th grade year, I am beyond excited that you will be here next year. I want to congratulate you guys for making it this far. You are officially done with your middle school years. It's now time for the journey into the unknown, which is high school. Now, high school is going to be different for each one of you. Some of you, it's going to be the best 4 years of your life, and for others, it's not going to be that great. But my hope is that you remember the 3 thoughts that I'm going to share with you tonight. The number 1 thought is, you are valued and loved more than you will ever know. Number 2, do your best and let God do the rest. Number 3, Be kind to others because they are valued and loved as well. Let us start with number 1. You are valued and loved more than you will ever know. And I think Jeremiah and I were definitely thinking the same thing, because I put in Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, to give you hope and a future." Each one of you are absolutely priceless. Each one of you have a purpose. God literally wrote it in the Bible that he has a plan for each one of us. You are uniquely made. In Jeremiah 1:5, he says, "I formed you in the womb. I knew you before you were born." That means that God knew exactly when you should be born, what year you should be born, what day you should be born, the hour you should have been born, down to the very minute you should be born. He planned everything out for you to be here right now in this moment in time. So God has a plan for where your life should go and what choices you should make. Some of you, again, Jeremiah and I were thinking a lot alike. Some of you may want to be a doctor. You may want to be a pastor or a teacher or an engineer. Who knows? God may call you to come back here to CAA and work for us. But the most important thing to remember is that God made you. You are unique, one of a kind, priceless. He looked at the world and thought, I really need a Jaleisha. Or I think he might have said, Vanelson would be perfect right here. In Psalms 139, verse 14, it says, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." When God made each and every one of you, he gave you value. You are his. You have so much value that God even had a plan. He knew that sin would be a possibility when he gave us the freedom of choice. So he made sure that he had a plan of redemption if sin did come into the world. But what amazes me is that God loved me enough, he loved you enough, that if I were the only person, or if you were the only person on earth that made the choice to sin, he would have still sent his son to come and die for us. John 3:16, I think you all know this one, correct? All right, I want you to say it with me. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." This was my absolute favorite Bible verse growing up. So if you think about that, the King of the universe, he knows you and he loves you, and he was willing to die for you. That means something. It means that you have true value. Sometimes it's hard for me to picture a love like that, but I want you to do me a favor. I want you guys to close your eyes. I heard all those beautiful parent tributes, so I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about the person in the world that means the absolute most to you. All right, yeah, Jeremiah, Isaiah, go ahead and close those eyes. I want you to picture that person. It could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your aunt, it could be your grandpa, it could be whoever's taking care of you. I want you to picture them in your mind. Now, that love that you have for them, it's incredible, right? It's unbelievable. You would do anything in the world for them, and they would do anything in the world for you. They mean the world to you, they mean the world to you. You don't know what you do without them. Now, I want you to focus on that love. That love is huge, right? It's the most you could ever love somebody. But just that love is just a drop in the bucket compared to the way that God loves you. All right, you can open your eyes now. But I want you to know that it's not just God who loves and sees your value. Take a look around the room tonight. All of these people are here for you, and they're here to celebrate you. Your parents, your grandparents, your loved ones, your aunts, uncles, family members, friends, they love you. To these people, you are priceless. I want to tell you a story about when I was a little girl. My dad was the greatest. He would always tuck me into bed every night before I went to bed, and he'd tell me a bedtime story. And every night when he was done telling me the story, he would then tell me how much he loved me. He would say, if anyone ever came and offered me $1 million to take you away, I'd say, no way, get out of here. Then he would go on and say, and he'd keep saying it. He'd say, if they pulled up with a big truck filled with money, filled with gold, filled with precious gems, I'd say, get out of here, Jack. He'd keep yelling over and over different things that people would offer him for me not to be with him. He'd say, no, absolutely not. He would literally keep telling them to go away and no way. It always made me smile when I went to sleep because I knew that my dad truly loved me. I want each one of you to know that I love you that much. There's no amount of money or gold or silver or gemstones that is more valuable than any one of you. Knowing your value is important. When you know your value, you will choose to be around people who appreciate you. I want to tell you another story. This is about a violinist. This violinist played in the New York subway for 45 minutes. In that 45 minutes, some people clapped, some people stopped and listened, and all in all, he made about $30 in tips. No one knew it, but the violinist's name was Joshua Bell. He is one of the best musicians in the world. In the subway that day, Joshua played one of the most intricate pieces of music on a violin that was valued at $3.5 million. Just 2 days before his subway performance, he had played for a sold-out Boston theater. The average price for the seat in that house was $100. This experiment shows that the extraordinary in an ordinary environment does not shine and is often overlooked and undervalued. That is why it is so important for you to surround yourself with people who see your value and appreciate you for who you are. If someone doesn't see your value, that's okay. It's their loss. That brings me to the second point. Do your best and God will do the rest. Have you ever heard of God's math? Somehow, some way, he always has us covered. When we do our best and leave the rest into God's hands, he makes things better than we could have ever imagined. It is really important that in high school you do your best. You are no longer a child, you're a teenager. The next 4 years, you are going to be creating the habits and behaviors that will make you into the adult that you're meant to be. Something I used to do was compare myself to others. Oh, she's got great hair. I wish I had her hair. Or, oh my goodness, she's so smart. I wish I was as smart as her. When you compare yourself to other people around you, you look at what they have and you don't focus on the gifts that God has given you. Remember, you have a purpose. God doesn't want us all to be the same people. That would be a very dull world if we all had the same strengths and abilities. You need to focus on the gifts that God has given you. You need to strengthen the gifts that he's given you. You need to work on the areas where you may be weak. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone but you. You just need to try and be a better version of yourself each and every day. So some little pointers for high school would be start your day with God, whether it's a Bible verse, a prayer, or a devotional. Make sure that you get up early and be ready for the day with eating breakfast. I know so many of you who are like, hey, can I have a breakfast bar? So go ahead and get up early. Do your homework every day. Study hard. Work hard. Get plenty of rest. There's many of you that I know go to bed late. Make good choices in your friends group. All of these things help you to do your best. And that brings me to the last point. I know, woohoo, we're almost done. The last point I want to make is about kindness. Boy, oh boy, does this world need more kindness. In high school, there are definitely going to be many different types of people. Some people are going to be great, and some people not so much. Some people are going to drive you crazy, while others are pretty chill, and you're going to get along with them with no problems. When you have someone who you just don't get along with, I want you to take a moment and think about how God sees them, or think about how their mom sees them. They mean the world to somebody. Try and see their value, because we all have value. Sometimes it's easy to do, but other times it can be a struggle. For me, I used to have some really bad road rage. And I mean, somebody would cut me off and I would be like, stupid driver. Or they'd go past me. What an idiot. So I had to think about it. Like, okay, somebody would come past me in the fast lane, wouldn't move over, and I'm like, oh, I'm late for work. But then one day, I thought about it. Each one of these drivers has somebody at home who loves them. How would I want people to think and talk about my loved one? The guy who is doing the speed limit, not a mile over, not a mile under, that's my dad. The lady who's going 72 one minute and then 58 the next, my mom. The young lady, or the young man who just cut in front of me and is speeding in and out of traffic, unfortunately, that's my son. The young girl who has her blinker on and it will not turn off and she's too timid to get over in the lane, that's my daughter. Sometimes when we envision someone we love, it helps us to see other people's values as well. When the young kid speeds past me, I have to think, I hope his mom is praying for him and that he gets home safely. Or the older lady who's going slow one minute and fast the next and refuses to change lanes, I think her daughter loves her very, very much. Even if I don't know these people, they have value. They are loved and they are special to someone. When you're kind, you are showing God's love to others. The person who might be in your biology class may not know their own value. They may pick on you because they feel insecure about themselves. I'm not saying that you have to be a doormat, but I think that it's important to be kind to others. When you're kind, it does come back to you. Maybe not at that exact moment, but keep trying to be nice to them. When you're in math class and there's someone who is not the brightest, don't make fun of them. Be the one that shows them kindness. Sometimes I hear some unkind things coming out of students' mouths, and I hear, oh, I'm just joking. I didn't mean it. Even when you're joking, words can hurt people. I want you to do me a favor in the future. When you're about to say something, I want you to ask yourself, would I say this in front of their mother? Or even better yet, would you say that unkind thing in front of the person who you pictured earlier tonight, who means so much to you? When we are kind to others, we are showing God's love. We are showing them that they are valued and appreciated. When you are kind to others, it helps them see their own value. As you know, I do love making crafts. So of course, I had to make something for you guys to help you remember how valued you are to me. So I've got some keychains, but they're not going to actually be finished until tomorrow because I would have been late. But the blue represents royalty and the purple represents royalty as well. There's silver, there's gold, there's little miniature dollar bills, $100 bills in there. And on the outside, it says, know your worth. So I want you guys to always remember that you're special, you're amazing, and that I absolutely love you. My hope and prayer is that you will always remember your worth.
All righty. Before we move to the presentation of the diplomas, we're going to have our response from Jaleisha Chasma, and then I have something else to share.
We're all here today to celebrate the graduation of this class. Today and moving forward, our lives will change in ways we might not expect, and it's important that we go into the future at least somewhat prepared. So we thank you, Ms. Becky, for giving us knowledge we can apply to our daily lives. I hope we remember that we are valued, that we should do our best, let God do the rest, and to treat others with kindness. Thank you for giving us words of wisdom we can think of while we do whatever God plans us to do. So, on behalf of the class of 2024, thank you for speaking in our graduation. We love you and we'll miss you.
All right, Anderson, are we ready for the? There's a surprise. Actually, there's two surprises. The first surprise is the real surprise. The second one, if you've been to my graduation, it's not really a surprise. Hello, Anderson. Anderson Bell is one of our 7th graders, and I believe he's up there. Is he asleep? Or it's Pastor BC. Where's Anderson? Okay, does he know what he's supposed to do? Remember, pictures first, Anderson. I may have to go up there. Pastor said, yeah, you better come up here. Well, we'll have to wait a little longer for the surprise. But in the meantime, since we have these few minutes together, I'll go ahead and move on to my surprise, which is not really a surprise if you're ever in my graduation. I always make sure that I have a moment to say something to my students before they receive their diplomas. So I'm going to do that right now. 8th grade, wow. There's a saying, wherever you go, there you are. In other words, no matter your situations or circumstances, whether good or bad, you are still you. God is working on you, molding you, shaping you to make you the very best version of yourself that you can be. Today, I want to share what I see in you that I encourage you to allow God to continue to grow and enhance. These are elemental to who you are and what you can give to the world. Alfreda, you are strong. You've been through so much in life, and yet here you are, still standing. Let God's strength be yours, and you will always stand. Jada, you are loving. You have love for your family and all those you care about. Allow God to continue to fill your heart with his love so that the love you have can spread to everyone around you. Jeremiah, you are grateful. I have noticed every gift and card of appreciation you have given me in the 2 years that you have been here. Thank you. Let God continue to grow that generous attitude of gratitude in you. Bonifer, you are responsible. You are the one that people know they can trust, that they can lean on, depend on. Lean on God, Bonifer, and you will always be someone others can count on. Anna, you are sincere. In a world full of people putting on a show, you are real. Let God keep your heart open and faithful, and you will be that rare person that lives authentically and without pretending. Thomas, you are good-natured. Whatever is happening around you and however other people may feel, you always manage to keep a positive attitude. Continue to keep God close, and he will keep your heart in perfect peace. Apollo. Where's Apollo? There he is. Apollo, you are growing. Watching you rise over the years I've taught you has been such a joy. I can't wait to see what you'll do next. Let God keep stretching you, and you'll be amazed by the places he takes you. Jalisha, you are insightful. You see through to the heart of things, and you get what most others miss. Continue to fear God, and you will find that your wisdom and understanding will continue to grow. Okay. Giselle, you are knowledgeable. I've always appreciated the things you know about. Things like the Beatles that most of your peers don't know. Make it your goal to know God above all else. Anthony, you are capable. Yes, you are. There are things that you are good at, and then there are things that you will be good at. Remember, you are able to do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Abdisa, you are patient. I appreciate how you don't lose your cool, even in the worst of situations. Remember the finger? Ouch. Continue to wait on God. Trust in him. Let patience have its perfect work. What God has for you is worth the wait. Ibisa, you are appreciative. I've never had a student in 26 years of teaching who regularly thanked me for teaching him. Continue to give thanks in everything and be grateful for the lessons God teaches you. Kamaria, you are courageous. Being brave doesn't mean not being afraid. Being courageous means doing what you have to do, even when you are afraid. Hold on that. Thank you. It's going to steal my thunder. I have seen your courage in pushing through hard times. God will continue to give you strength and courage you need, whatever comes. Leanna, where's Leanna? Leanna, you are kind. You don't have to make a lot of noise to make a difference. Your kind heart can save lives. Let God's kindness grow in your heart, and your sweet spirit will be a source of comfort to everyone around you. Angel, you are gentle. You can bring peace, a comforting word, and friendship to those in need. Remember that God speaks in a still, small voice, and in the same way, he can use your gentle spirit to bless others. Giovanni, you are determined. This year, you decided to make a change, and then you went out and did it. So many people get stuck on wanting to do better. You simply did. God has great plans for you, Giovanni. Be determined to follow his plan, no matter what. Azariah, you are potential personified. You remember your progress as a runner, right? From 6th grade to 7th grade, and then from 7th to 8th. Expand that attitude to every aspect of your life, and your potential is limitless. God has a plan for you, and it's huge. Vanelson, you are helpful. When others sit back and let others do the work, you are always willing to lend a hand. Always turn to God as your helper, and he in turn will help you be a blessing to others. Isaiah, you are a gentleman, sir. It's no accident that there are those among your peers that know they can turn to you, they can trust you. To be a man of honor is a powerful thing. Let God mold you into the one who can be relied on, one who is a defender of the weak and a safe place for those in need. Nefa Benny. Where's Nefa? There he is, Nefa Benny. You are a leader. I believe that God intends for you to be a leader of men, Nefa, not a follower. Trust him with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will lead you to be the leader of others. Did I forget anybody? I don't think so. Love you guys. Okay, are we ready, Anderson? Anderson, Pastor, I have a thumbs up. You might want to turn around. We got a surprise from someone. Take a look. Video.
Hey y'all! Wow, I feel so old right now realizing that my first babies, who I taught in first grade, are going to high school. Wow. But I couldn't have asked for a better class than you guys, honestly. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for simply being you. I truly miss each and every one of you, and I will never forget you guys. I actually talked to my class about you guys just to share some funny stories with them. But yes, I am proud, and that is an understatement. I am beyond proud of you guys. I know you probably feel like you've been at CAA for forever, but you pushed through year after year after year, and look how far you guys have come. Just remember to constantly and consistently keep God first in whatever you do. You probably will hear that over and over and over again, but trust me, the older you guys get, the more you will learn that He is all you need for whatever you need to do in life or whatever you need to get through life. I'm sad that I couldn't be there to watch you guys walk the stage. Trust me, I would have much rather witnessed you guys walk across that stage than being at school here in Nashville. However, you guys are still amazing. I love each and every one of you guys. Please keep in contact with me. You can get my contact information from Mr. Maycock. And I love you guys so much.
That was Siobhan Claire, the class of 2024's first grade teacher here at CAA. And those were some snaps that she sent from her collection. All right, we've been beating around in the bush long enough. Let's get down to business, shall we? Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, come on, man. Kidding me? They were already over 45 minutes ago at Harvest Prep. This is ridiculous. But you know what? I always tell my students, you'll never get a graduation like this again. You will never have a graduation like this again. When you guys get to high school, they're going to run you through real quick. We barely see you, but this is your moment. This is your moment. Parents, family, this is your moment. You don't have to blink and you miss them on the big screen. This is your moment with your child. So I hope you treasure it. I hope you value it, even as the hour grows late. I'm going to invite Mrs. Goodman and our superintendent of the Allegheny West Conference, Dr. Cox, to come forward. Mrs. Goodman, if you'll stand here. I'm going to ask our school board chair, I see she's here, if you would please come up and shake the students' hands as well. Dr. Cox and Miss Becky, if you'll stand here as well. Delana, are you coming? Our school board chair, yeah. We want all the important people up here. Yes, very good. All right, so once everyone is in position, if you can just stand right here and face that way, and then I will, and back up just a little bit. You can see we didn't practice this. All right, and then I'll just go from there. All right, well, Mrs. Goodman and Dr. Cox, I'm pleased to report that the 8th grade class of 2024 at Columbus Adventist Academy has met the requirements of the North American Division of Seventh-day Adventist and the state of Ohio and are ready to receive their diplomas. Class, please stand to receive your diplomas. Nefa Benny Kamara. Yeah, you'll just hold. Look that way. There. Smile. Apollo Nathaniel Taylor, graduating with honors. Hold. Right. Alfreda Benjamin Francisca Amponsa, class secretary, graduating with honors. Azariah Allison Patterson, a 9-year graduate. Abdisa Ishetu Roba, graduating with high honors. Ibisa Ishetu Roba, graduating with high honors. Giovanni Antonio Reyes. Bonifer O.G. Sorrell, class treasurer, graduating with highest honors, salutatorian. Jaleisha Michelle Chasma, graduating with high honors. Giselle Hooker Martinez. Kamaria Larita Louise Morel, class chaplain, graduating with high honors. Jada Jasia Tate, graduating with honors. Thomas Edward Jackson III, 9-year graduate, class vice president, graduating with highest honors, valedictorian. Isaiah Lee Lamont Crutcher, 9-year graduate, class sergeant at arms. Anthony Daniel Figueroa Calderon. Leanna Lynn Tompkins. Angel Reina Rebecca Paulus. Anna Ajua Apong, 9-year graduate, graduating with high honors. Jeremiah Isaiah Gray, class president, graduating with high honors. Vanelson De Rosier, 9-year graduate, graduating with high honors. No ostracized. All righty. Thank you very much, distinguished guests. You can return to your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the graduates of the CAA 8th grade class of 2024. Students, you may turn your tassels. It's now my pleasure to recognize, you may have a seat because your moment is just about passed. It is time to recognize the brand new 8th grade class of 2025. Please stand. Class of 2025 in the house. All righty. We're going to wrap things up with a couple of special awards at this time. I don't know which is next. Oh, gotcha. All right. Okay, we'll do valedictorian. Okay. All right, so we do have a special presentation from the school for two very special individuals. You notice they had the big pictures. We're going to start with our salutatorian, Bonifer O.G. Sorrell. Come on up, Bonifer. The eagle is to indicate that you should soar. And now for our valedictorian, Thomas Edward Jackson III. Come on up. All right. And I think since Dr. Cox is here already, we'll go ahead and go to the Superintendent's Award, and then I will have the family of Brandon Williams present our annual Brandon Williams Scholarship Award. I'm going to give our superintendent, Dr. Violet Cox, an opportunity to say a few words. We're really honored that she's here. We actually schedule our graduations with our sister school to ensure that she can be present, so we are very honored to have you with us. Thank you for making time for us today.
Thank you, Mr. Maycock. And I want to say congratulations to the class of 24. All right. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you and to enjoy these moments that are unforgettable. I want to say that I remember when I was like you, but I can't remember having such a good time. So again, congratulations. I want to take time out to thank the parents, thank all of those who are part of this stupendous occasion with these wonderful and amazing students. I want to take a few moments now to acknowledge the teachers of CAA. Would you stand? The teachers of CAA. Thank you. I know that your hearts are filled with joy to be part of this amazing school. And every time we come to the end of the year, we always look forward to having our complement of teachers. So it's with a sad heart that we want to say goodbye to some amazing teachers, Miss Melissa Armstrong and Miss Kimberly Armstrong. They have done a tremendous job here at CAA. And we want to wish them well and success as they move on to a new page in their teaching career. So God bless you, and may you continue to do the amazing work that you have done here. Thank you, and God bless. I want to take a few moments, parents, to tell you and others that on behalf of the president of the Allegheny West, Pastor Marvin Brown, I believe he's somewhere in the audience, and our vice president and education director, Pastor Joel Johnson, is he here? And on behalf of the entire Allegheny administration, we are honored to know that CAA will be making history. Your trajectory is changing, and what's going to happen is that history is going to be written in a different way, because the beginning of our next school year, 2024-25 school year, we are going to start with the 9th grade. We are going to have a high school right here in Columbus. And I want to tell you that I am so thrilled to be just part of this amazing occasion. I'm using the word amazing because to find other words, I can't find any other words to describe this. Mr. Maycock, you have done a wonderful job, and I want to thank you again. Miss Becky, thank you. And of course, Mrs. Goodman, thank you so much. I would be remiss, since I'm doing all these thank yous, if I did not mention the pastor of the Ephesus Church, who is really the chaplain, if you please, of the CAA, Pastor Keith Goodman. I don't know if he's anywhere around. Thank you so much. And it is always my pleasure to be the one to provide a superintendent's award to the student that has been selected by Mr. Maycock and his team. This year, I have a challenging name, so if I really mess it up, please pardon me. But I would like to call Ibisa Doba to be the recipient of the Superintendent's Award.
All right, Abisa. We're honored to have Abisa share, or to have this award for Abisa. Abisa has been an outstanding student all year long in his character, his conduct, his academics, and he is a very worthy recipient of the Superintendent's Award this year.
There's one more thing. You know, you'll always forget something, but I just remembered on time. There were some outstanding individuals who were part of the 9th grade planning committee. We would not have reached this spot in time were it not for these individuals. So with all the individuals who are part of the 9th grade planning committee, would you stand right now? I just see three of them, our board chair, Delana Cox, Belvia, and Sister Grace Brown. Thank you so much for the amazing work. God bless you.
Before Mr. Maycock comes back, our class president has a very, very special presentation.
The class wanted to show their appreciation to the 3 middle school teachers that helped us get to this journey. And to show our appreciation, we got Miss Pat and Miss Coolmaker flowers, and we got a gift from Mr. Maker.
That's dedication. I think Miss Pat is actually in the kitchen helping with their reception. I'm going to invite Ruth Ann Thompson to come up with her grandson to present the Brandon Williams Award at this time. Anderson, are you there? And we're ready? Excellent.
Good evening. I am Jaden Williams, a nephew of Brandon Jazon Williams. From 1/8 grader all to all the graduates, I want to say congratulations on your accomplishments. You all deserve applause. Hold for applause. The Brandon Williams Scholarship is for $500. My first cousin is Uncle Brandon's daughter and is unable to appear in person because she lives in Missouri. However, she will name this year's scholarship recipient. Let's listen now.
Hello, my name is Shandon, and it is my privilege to name this year's recipient of the Brandon Dejon Williams Mathematics and Science Scholarship to Jalisha Chasma.
Alrighty, we've got a little slideshow, and then we will have the benediction, and we will be done. The moment will have passed.
I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. He belongs to me. That boy is mine. Always mine, Boosie. Thank you. When the water rises. Open the crowd screams out, screaming your name.
Okay, so put it all together.
Hope when the moment comes, you'll say.
Why are y'all playing chess? What? You just said I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't. No, but you can't. Yeah, then Thomas just like. How do I feel? I point back at you. Each piece is I pointed at myself. Wait, what? Oh.
I swear I lived.
No way. Wait, you have 5 layers of pancakes.
Feel like a dungeon dragon. Ruff, ruff, like a dungeon dragon. I'm about to feel like a dungeon.
Please stand for prayer. Dear God, thank you for this year's 8th grade graduation and all the ones before ours at CAA. You have guided us, gave us wisdom and your word. You helped our teachers become better teachers and learn new things while teaching us. You have watched over every single person in this room, let them wake up another morning and let them here today. Although this may be the last time some of us see each other, we will forever carry the memories we made along the way together. Thank you for the school that teaches us how to grow into good young adults and even better Christians. You led us through the hard times and milestones through our life and protected us when we needed most. God, we love you and give you praise for letting us be here today, letting us find each other, and letting us come to you. Without you, we will be lost, and I pray that if there's someone in this room who hasn't come to you, that they will find you. We love you, God. Please forever protect us and guide us. Amen. The audience may be seated for the recessional.